One of the more important things to consider when creating electronic files in our engineering courses as well as your other courses is file management. And you want to be sure that you are keeping your files in an organized fashion and then also backing them up in multiple locations in case something happens to them or you lose them here on your local network drive on these computers in the lab, or if they just get lost or deleted for some reason. So one of the first things I'm going to do, I have my PowerPoint template for our Puzzle Cube project up here on the screen, and I want to get this thing saved in the correct manner. So first thing I'm going to do is go down to my Windows Explorer, and it'll open up in this window here. What you'll notice is you see my IED folder over here on the left. Where yours probably will be, if you haven't set this up yet, is either in your documents or in your network drive. But mine is actually located in my documents, so if I go to documents, there's my IED folder. If yours isn't here in the favorite section in Windows 10, this would be your quick access bar as well. And you want that there, so anytime you open up Windows Explorer, it's automatically there and you don't have to go through a bunch of folders to find it. All you have to do is click and hold on your folder and then drag it up to the favorite section and drop it wherever you'd like to save it. That way, if you do that, anytime you open up your Windows Explorer, your IED folder's there, then you can just double click to get into it. So this is where I'm going to save my Puzzle Cube PowerPoint template. I'm going to go ahead and close Windows Explorer. And I already have this saved using the correct name, but I'm going to go ahead and go to File, Save As. And I want to make sure that I name these correctly. Anytime we have an electronic document that has to be saved, whether that's a PowerPoint file or an Inventor file or any of your assignments you might submit to Canvas, you need to make sure it is named correctly. And generally, that's going to be whatever the title is, underscore your first initial and last name. On the Puzzle Cube project specifically, each of these electronic files has what's called a naming convention, and that is specific to each type of file, and you have to make sure that you save things in this manner so we can easily find them later, and then also so I can easily sort them between you and your other classmates when I go to grade them. So this is the naming convention for our first PowerPoint template, and you need to create two, which is an easy solution and a difficult solution. In this case, it's easy solution underscore first initial last name. And have that saved that way. I already have it saved here, but if you didn't, you would go ahead and click save. Mine's going to ask me if I want to replace it. I'm going to say yes. And I have it saved locally. Once you have your files organized and saved locally, you want to go ahead and transfer them over to Google Drive. But before we do that, in your IED folder, you want to make sure that you have a Puzzle Cube project folder within your IED folder, and you may have a number of other assignments from earlier this year in here, but you want to make sure you have a Puzzle Cube project folder, and the first thing you're going to save to that folder is that PowerPoint template. So now that I have it in there, I'm going to go ahead and open up Google Chrome, and I am already in my Google Drive. If you're not already in your Google Drive, you can go to google.com. And then if you're logged in already, it'll show that you're logged in over here with your account. And you need to click over here and go to your Google Drive. This is the default view for Google Drive. And if you like it that way, that's perfectly fine. I actually prefer the list view. So if you click on the list view up here, it'll show your folders in a list view similar to how Windows does it by default. It's totally up to you how you'd like to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it in this list view. And the first thing I'm going to do is I have this here, which is for our course documentation. But if you need to create an IED folder in your Google Drive, all you would need to do is right click in new folder, and we'll create one called IED. And actually, I take that back. We're going to go back and create one called PLTW first and create that in your Google Drive. And then if you double click on that, open that up, then we'll right click and create a new folder called IED. And we do this because when you take the second, third, and fourth year courses, then we just create a new folder for each of those courses, and then all of them would be in your PLTW folder. Once you have that IED folder, we're going to double click on that, and then we're going to right click and create a new folder again, and we're going to call it Puzzle Cube Project. If I could type, that'd be awesome. There we go. And I'm going to hit create. And once again, I'm going to double click into that. And in order to upload that PowerPoint template, I'm going to right click, upload files, wait for that to load, and then I'm going to navigate to my IED folder. Since I added it to my favorites or quick access in Windows 10, I can just double click IED, double click my puzzle cube project, and then find the file I want to upload, which is this easysolution._C Townsend. Now I'm going to click open, and then it'll say it's uploading items. Depending on the file size, it may take a minute. And then once it's done loading, now your PowerPoint file is uploaded into your Google Drive. And when you do that, the nice thing is you can not only access here in the lab, but when you go home, use your Chromebook or your home computer, you can get on Google Drive and you can download any of these things. Now, for Chromebooks, we're not going to be able to use Inventor. But if you would like to, you can download Inventor for free at home. And then you can take these files and upload your Inventor files here that you're going to be working on. Then you'll be able to work on those at home or create new ones, save them here, and then easily access them here at school when you get back here in order to submit them or in order to ask questions or work on them further.